It's your boy, that guy. And I'm back. Alright? You know, I know what y'all talking, thinking like, bro, you haven't made a video in so long. You haven't the Twitch stream in so long. And I'm gonna say like this, like, bro. Today was my first day at college. It was pretty nice, I ain't gonna lie. But we all know what we really came here for. I know you guys are mad. You're like, where's the face cam? And I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest, I just don't feel like it today. But I know you guys were waiting for the electric. What was it? The electrician. I, uh, I could spell it. There was I know you guys are keeping up, and I'm sorry. I'm just so late to react to this. It's the electrician national championships. It's, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. One little homie in the chat. You feel me? Thank you, little homie. And I'm so sorry I wasn't able to keep up with the electrician national championships. Hey, I just got a notification for it. For some reason, I knew. I was like, damn. Let me see. I know they came out with 2022. Don't worry, guys. I got the latest edition. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm... No. Yeah, it was... But alright. It was on ESPN. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. ESPN Electrician Championships. Yeah. The chat, and this is called the Ideal Electrician. I'm just reading this off for you for the, you know what I'm saying?
Driven to take pride in a job well done and be the best of the best. The Ideal National Championship is the
Chat, why would ESPN ever put this on? Like, I ain't gonna lie, who would actually compete in this competition? Like, what are you doing it for? Who's watching the Electrician National Championships? Except for everyone on this planet. Let's get it, baby. Electrician National Championships. Yeah.
the ultimate skills competition for every electrician across the globe.
Because we all know our favorite our favorite thing to do, our favorite pastime is to watch our electrician work. I mean, watching somebody do their job is just as rewarding as doing it yourself.
Now we're lighting the path to the title. 2 electricians will earn the chance of a lifetime at the 2020 Ideal National Championship Invitational. From Chicago, Illinois, the city that works, we welcome you to the 2020 Ideal National Championship Invitational. Today, we'll showcase the men and women that keep the lights on and the world humming. We've assembled 6 of the nation's top professional and student apprentices.
Chat, you know, I'm just now wondering, who are the people that set these lights up? They have to be electricians too. Like, Who are they? Those are the real competition right there.
Apprentice electricians for all you wire nuts. Hi, I'm Jason Benetti here with the electrifying.
For all us wire nuts, you hear that? We're just electrified to be here, chat. Electrified to be here.
Scott Karen, and we've got a treat for you. Last year, 58,000 electricians across the country attempted to qualify for the Ideal National Championship, but only 162 made the cut. Today, we've got a brand new and exciting spin on the Ideal National Championship. In today's Invitational, we've gathered the best of the best and given them the opportunity to bypass that rigorous qualification process and punch their ticket straight to Nashville for the National Championship.
What? Chat, I don't know if you know this, but that sounds unheard of. I mean, I wouldn't really know if it's unheard of, but that sounds absolutely unheard of. So they skipped the rigorous course and just went straight to the national championships. Pull up your bootstraps, chat. Grab your wires, because this is going to be electrifying.
Championship.
That's right, Jason. Today's competition gives 6 electricians the chance to win a golden ticket, a coveted automatic.
A golden ticket? What kind of bullshit? What is this, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory? I don't want no damn golden ticket. What kind of bullshit prize is that? What am I going to do? Turn it into the teacher? Get a handful of Skittles? Like, what kind of bullshit?
Bid into the 2021 Ideal National Champion.
You gonna have a couple Oompa Loompas coming singing to me? I don't want no damn golden ticket.
In Nashville. But first, they will compete in 4 different stages that will challenge their workmanship, efficiency, and teamwork.
Some of the best electricians in the country, and we couldn't be happier to have you. So
These electricians will team up, professional with student apprentice, but we are throwing a huge wrench in their plans right off the bat. None of our 6 competitors knows who they'll be competing with, and they won't find out until right before we flip the switch. Great fun, right?
Yes, certainly is. And you know, that really changes the whole dynamic
That-
of this competition and adds a true...
That is crazy, chat. That will add a true I'm just wondering, like,
world element. I've worked on thousands of job sites. Sometimes you know your crew, sometimes you don't. And you have to be able to adjust to the skills of your fellow electricians and to get the job done and done right.
Scott, it's quite the gauntlet these teams will.
chat, I know this is touching close to home. I know you're already fuming, already flabbergasted at what the wrench they just threw in. Alright? The little cut in the wire they just threw in. And it's almost... Hold on, chat. And it's almost as shocking as what they're about to do right now.
Will have to run through to win. And speaking of that competition, we've got a great one set up today. For each stage, a team can earn up to 100 points based on workmanship, safety, and the time in which they finish. Workmanship is worth 70% of their score. Safety is worth 20%, and their time is worth 10. At the end of the competition, the team with the most...
Chat, so this is my strategy going into this competition. As you all know, I'm an expert electrician and a handyman. So I'm just instantly cutting out safety, alright? If I cut out safety and I just focus on workmanship, that'll almost guarantee me a win. And then timing and efficiency is like, I'll have 80%. So that'll be a big W, chat. That'll be an absolute huge W.
Total points wins. And we want to note this competition follows all CDC guidelines. And
Yeah. Everyone's vaccinated. Everyone got their shots, their pills, their everything's good.
at winning at nationals. Which pro and apprentice will be the best of the best today?
Oof.
Which 4 will go home empty?
I'm sorry for bringing up the 2021 chat. I know you electrician heads are just flabbergasted and fuming at the mouth, just foaming at the mouth, thinking like, Kosi, this is the 2020 national championships, ideal national championships on ESPN. We need the 2022. I'll try to find it. I'll try to find it. Give me some time.
Handed, we are about to find out. And now we meet the third member of our team, Chip Wade.
Today's competition has assembled some of the best electricians from all over the country, both student apprentices and journeymen. They're all at the top of their game, but this competition is a totally different animal than what they're used to. They've got the lights, cameras, an unfamiliar partner, and they're racing against the clock. It's anybody's guess who's going to come out on top today. Now it's time to meet our competitors, starting with the apprentices.
From Atlanta, Georgia, student apprentice, Tyquez Faulkner.
Woo! Whoa! You saw that huge, oh my gosh. The agility, the height he reached. I'm surprised this man is not in the NBA. Oh my. But chat, I don't know if you know about this guy, but he's a very big deal in the electrician game. I mean, for us electricians, he's like one of our heroes. We actually look up to him as a father figure.
Around just about anything. I'll walk up on a job site and start acting like I'm in charge. The confidence is what carries a lot of it.
From San
You hear that, chat? Confidence. But let's see about these other competitors, because I think they might pose a threat to this man's title.
Francisco, California, student apprentice Noreen Buckley.
It's really rewarding because I go in there and I hold my own against everybody.
Noreen? I mean, chat. I don't know if you know who Noreen Buckley is, but I mean, it's like pairing a grandmaster with a level 100 sage. I mean, they're head to head. Noreen Buckley, even though she's a student apprentice, she's on the top of her level, chat. A real prodigy in the game.
Every day, and I walk out with my head held high, and nobody can take that away from me.
And from Sugar Grove, Illinois, student apprentice Alex Cook.
I feel like
Chat, I mean, it's like if you had a team with LeBron, Kobe, Curry. I mean, they're just popping off with people. These famous electricians. I know you guys are just going crazy right now, but please sit back down, all right? Don't punch a hole in the wall. I have pure incitement and enjoy. I'm assuming they must have a student apprentice, because all I'm seeing is masters, straight up goats in the electrician game.
Every day you should go out to be the best electrician that you can be. And so if you do that every single day, when you come to the competition, it should be just normal.
Now let's bring out the pros. From Phoenix, Arizona, Eric Brandenburg.
I've been doing this for 16 years. It's nice to see it all come to something like this that kind of show the collection of your knowledge and your experience.
Chat. 16-year career. Married 3 dogs. Well, this dog is getting ready to fight in the dog house today, chat. Make that 4 dogs. Alright? Chat. Let's see when I thought the 2020 electrician games had already came out. The ideal electrician. I mean, I'm kind of... Let's see. Electrician championships. I'm pretty sure they had already. Hold on. The 2020 National Championship Finals are November 4th and 6th. Chat is only like 2 months away. Like, tune in. Tampa Convention Center. Tampa. So I might actually fly out just to see this. The 2020 competition heats up in the Sunshine State and play how to qualify to make it to Tampa. You must qualify first. Qualifying events are held in every U.S. state and Canadian region. Chat. I know I don't look the part, but you know, back in my heyday, I used to be a very well-known electrician. Very efficient, very safe, and very proficient. Let's see. I'm actually confused. Do they actually get like anything from doing this? Ideal. Because I'm gonna be honest, chat. I wouldn't see the need to. I wouldn't who the hell wants to watch electricians do their job? I don't watch people do their job normally. Like, what makes them so special? "32 electricians competition rounds. 42 competitors. 5th ideal championships. Crown the champion winning a grand. $60,000. Hold on. This is $600,000. What the hell? The 2021 ideal electric. Oh. Oh my gosh. The 2021 Ideal National Championships Finals Week, sponsored by Rivet Work Incorporated, a resource that helps trades connect crews' job skills. After recently securing additional $2 million in seed funding, a year after raising its initial $600,000 in pre-seed round. What? So what's the prize? I'm confused. Why did they tell me all this $600 shit? How much do you win? No, I want Ideal for 2022. Okay, so shit, chat. $60,000, $40,000 for apprentices. Second place, $25,000 for professionals, and $20,000 for. Chat. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty much a professional, bruh. I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? Give me the work, bruh. Give me the work, really. $60,000. Okay, so how to become an electrician. Earn a high school diploma. Okay. Did that. Consider getting a pre-apprenticeships training. I'm considering. Apply for apprenticeships. Register an electrician's trainee. Complete your apprenticeship. Chat. Really? Like, me just reading that, I already know. Like, look at this, bro. I already know he fixing the fuse box. That's a fuse box right there. So, and that's the denominator. That's the denominator to help do the fractions on the fuse box. So I already know half of what he's doing right there. That's he's really checking the radiation levels right there. Chat. So I'm already his 60 years of experience. It like for me that really translates like to 2 days worth. You know what I'm saying? But let's see.
Put it out there on display.
From San Francisco.
Okay, let's get to the point. Who actually wins, chat? Because we ain't trying to see all these goats come out. You feel me? We already know these people are heavy hitters.
Greg and Noreen actually seem to be struggling visually a little bit. They're using the circuit tracer, and obviously it's a tool that I know Greg has used before. I'm not sure Noreen's experience with it, but they just seem to be kind of blindly passing over the wall. They're putting the stickers on the wall to denote where they have identified where the circuit is going. But
Chat, that is such an amateur move. It's I mean, you could clearly see that they're lost and they don't know how to use the equipment properly. I mean, personally, me, I would probably already had the wires connected, and yeah, and the circuit breaker. Yeah,
You just have to know how to use the equipment and have confidence.
you gotta know how to use the equipment, and
right now, I see them struggling.
I see chat. I don't know if you noticed that too. They're just, I see them. I noticed it.
Mean by using the tracer with confidence.
They have to rely on that tracer, which works fantastically, to identify where that circuit is, because they're going to be cutting a door in right here. Right now, you can see Eric, he's riding that stud right down that wall. That's a nice straight line for him.
So we're just talking about straight line cuts here.
Now you can see Eric, he just ran across the stud right there.
Mm.
He's going to choose just to cut right through it.
Eric, nice. As he punches through the wall. Chip, what's shaking?
Gray team is finally cutting through drywall. They've got their entire circuit labeled. I'm not sure if it's correct yet, but they appear to be in a strong leadership role.
Well, you can already see that, chat. I mean, I noticed it. I really just wanted to give him the chance to say it before I said it, because I was already thinking that in my head.
Real quick, you were talking about cutting through the stud. What are his options in that case?
He could have held the reciprocating saw a little bit more shallow and chose to go right over the stud.
All right, so Eric.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I mean, this seems just more of a faster way of doing it.
And Tyquez have the stud out of the way, and they walk through the door and hit the button to finish first. All right, Chip standing by with Eric and Tyquez in first. Chip,
do you feel confident?
Yeah, it's good teamwork. You got a plan going. Nice. Felt really good.
Now, I noticed that you two seem to work really well together right out of the gate. Y'all weren't standing around watching each other work. One person was tracing the circuit, the other was doing the layout effectively. Do y'all feel like y'all had great chemistry?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think so. We had a good game plan. You know, we looked at all.
Yeah, I really noticed that too, chat. But clearly, if I was in this competition, it really wouldn't be a competition. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to swim against a fish. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my element. You're not beating me. You know, $60,000, chat. Call me Handy Mandy, cause bruh, I'll be out here for real. What else was I planning to watch, chat? Oh no, I was planning to do a story time. Hold on. Let's get some story time music in the background. You know what I like, chat. You know what I like. Let's get a little bit of rain and you know what I'm saying?
Spelling checks are so 90s. It's time for a writing tool that can
story time. So during my time, chat, you know, during my days of partying, over my whole career, my whole party life career, it hasn't truly ended yet, but just the other day, I was invited to go on a party bus, and I did go. And I'd only been on one before that. I'm just gonna say this, chat. If you want to go on a party bus, make sure you bring your friends. Don't go with strangers, chat. It just becomes it becomes more of a meet and greet, you know what I'm saying, with strangers, than if you go with a group of friends, you know? But anyway, after they were playing their 2003 music, their 2010 music, these old heads, chat, these old heads were playing their 2010 music, right? And after that, they began playing the Spanish music. Now, of course, most of the people on the bus could speak Spanish, so that's why they were playing it. But I can't, chat. I'm not bilingual, trilingual, quadlingual. I'm one lingual, chat. I'm one lingual. I speak English and English only, and I don't even speak English that good. Hold on. That's what we got. Hold on, chat. We're gonna forgive me for changing it up, but there we go. I don't even speak English that good. So me and some other native English speakers were just, you know, chilling away from, I guess, the Spanish speakers. They weren't dancing or anything. They weren't like, chat, like everyone was standing or sitting because basically no one knew anybody. It was crazy. And the person that invited me, chat, didn't even go, which is absolutely insane. Hold on, chat. Okay. Hold on, chat. Hold on. I don't know what this is. This is Bing Snake IO. Oh my gosh. I'm like all these whack sound effects. No. Let's just play. I don't know. Cool Math. Alright. Let's get into the mood before I continue this story, because I don't want to like keep pausing and then starting again. Just becomes all choppy. Especially when I'm trying to edit. Chat, this is going to be going on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So go check out all those. It's all me by the same name. That guy. Because I am him. I am that guy. But oh my gosh, what's going on? Guys, you remember Cool Math Games? You remember playing this in class when your teacher told you to go for the computer lab or something? When you're done with your work, you got to play Cool Math. Some of y'all not even done with your work playing Cool Math. It was kind of crazy to me. But back to my story. So I got invited to this party bus by one of my friends. Now, me not knowing, I didn't even know it was somebody's birthday. So it was somebody else's birthday. I had to ask the person what their name was, because literally, chat, when I say everyone was a stranger and they did not know each other, I mean everyone was a stranger and they literally did not know each other. People were invited by people who didn't even come. So it was like a third party to the third party. You like, you know how people say, oh, I know a friend who knows a friend? I'm the friend that knows the friend. I'm that guy. I'm him. Like, bro, I'm a stranger. Complete stranger. I had to ask the person what their name was. Super embarrassing, chat. Crazy. Oh my gosh. But anyway, we were on the party bus. They're playing some Spanish music. I really didn't understand. In chat, when I say that, dude, I was like, I didn't want to say anything, but chat, I was like the oldest person on this bus, chat. Well, I'm not even that old, chat. I'm not even that old. But I was like the old, like this party bus was full of like babies. When I say babies, I mean like literal, like little 5-year-olds on the bus. Like, oh my gosh, chat, it was crazy. But since I didn't understand Spanish, I didn't want to ask one of these, like, I just chose to ask like a 5-year-old, one of the other 5-year-olds that was like kind of dancing to the Spanish music. I was asking him, I was like, hey bro, I asked him, hey bro, is this song lit? This bro This bro told me, hey bro, just listen to it. I'm like, oh, so he must think I know Spanish, but I'm just not like comprehending what they're saying or something. I'm not comprehending what they're saying because I know Spanish. I'm just not listening. I'm not comprehending what they're saying because I don't know Spanish at all. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I don't speak Spanish. Like, what are they saying? He was like, bro, just listen. I was like, nah, so he does know I don't speak Spanish, and he's just telling me to listen? Like, what's up with you, homie? So I told him again, I was like, hey, bro, I was like, the music kind of loud, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell him again. Let me tell little homie again. Bro is about like 5 years old, chat. When I say 5, he's literally like 5 years old. This is what he told me after he heard me when I said, hey, bro, I don't speak Spanish. He said, that is not my problem. I'm like, huh? What? But you know what? He is right. It's not his problem. I was thinking like, damn. This is how these little 5-year-olds be getting down now? Not my problem, bro. Kind of crazy. So, and I mean, that was really the only highlight of the party bus, I'm going to be honest. The rest of the party bus was kind of... It was not good, chat. It was not good. I mean, the music was not on point. They said they made it like it was the playlist that they made together. Chat, that playlist was doo-doo. I mean, it was not doo-doo, but it was just when you don't know literally nobody on the party bus, and then you have to get to know people, and loud music keeps playing, so you're trying to talk over them loud. It's like, bro, it's almost impossible, and you don't know like what to do because everyone literally doesn't know each other, and you don't want to do something weird because you literally just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're talking to a stranger. But I'm not doing anything weird because there was like 5 children on the, like, bro, it was crazy. It was like Magic School Bus, bro. That thing wasn't a party bus. It was like the Magic School Bus. I was waiting for, like, Miss, what's her name? I don't know, the chick with the red hair to get on the bus with her little iguana. I was like, bruh. I'm like, this ain't no damn party bus. This is a short bus, bruh. Got little kids on this bus, bruh. But anyway, chat, that was kind of my experience with parties and stuff like that. I mean, in general, I would say if you're invited to a party, go to it, but hey man, make sure you bring some friends, because if you don't bring any friends, bro, it's like, I don't know. It just becomes another out of the way thing that you have to do, like go and make new friends and do the small talk garbage all over again. And it feels so much more forced when you do that. Like bro, I have to talk to somebody because I literally just can't come to a party, just stand around and do nothing. I mean, you can, but hey man, I wouldn't. That's a waste of time in my eyes. And I did it level 9. Let's get it. Chat, and you're probably wondering, I'm that guy. What are you talking about? In the title of this Twitch stream, it says you fought in a war. I haven't even heard you talk about a battle, a fight, let alone a war. I'm like, bro, hold on, bro. Back in my day, now granted, these days were during a turbulent time in the United States. It was 2000, I would say 2010. Oh, jeez, I'm bright. Chat. I don't know what I just did. And my computer's glitching. I don't know what I just did. I want to touch him. It was a turbulent time in the United States. At the time, everything was at peak peak tension. It was like the Cold War, and people think the Cold War stopped in the 90s. No, they're in these great golden ages where people are laughing and having fun. My friends and I, we were going to discover and fight in a conflict little men even talk about to this day that would change the course of the United States. This is when people talk about forgotten wars, they often mention Korea. They often mention places like Vietnam. They often mention these types of wars that are like little to no recognition. The war I fought in was the cul-de-sac war of 2010, chat. Now, following things like the Great Depression and the Great Recession, there was also an economic crisis going on in my own neighborhood. Alright, chat? And as a veteran of myself, this was not of our own creation. This was inspired by the school. The school, I would say, was the leading cause of this conflict. For it wasn't because of them, we wouldn't have lost so many lives that day. It was summer. School had just ended. And in my school, I'll establish the scenery. In my school, we had a fake currency, chat. And this fake currency was not just used by the students, it was used by the teachers. Everyone in this school had followed this fake currency, alright? Everyone in my elementary school had followed this fake currency. Now, you may think it was just one, but it was multiple fake currency. There was like multiple of them. It was like multiple monopolies, alright? And they were all divided by the individual classes that you had. So if you had a teacher named Miss Frank, you'd have Frank bucks or Frankish dollars or whatever you want to call them. Or if you had a teacher named like Mr. Fish, you'd have fish dollars or fishers or whatever. Alright, chat? So everyone had their own currency. But unlike in this corrupt world, unlike here, in our school, all the currencies were viewed as equal to one another. Alright, chat? So there's no difference other than where the class or what class it came from. I mean, chat, let me really get in the mood. Fire. Because I need to sit down. Because just thinking about it takes me back. The socio-economic climate alright, chat. Chat, it was crazy. The socio-economic climate of my elementary school would set off a chain reaction that would launch a war in my neighborhood. Alright? Now, like I said, all fake currency was viewed as equal to one another. Was viewed that way, chat. It was viewed that way for a good... It was viewed that way for a good couple weeks. Because every week, once a week, we would have a shop day where we would go out, people would set stands in their classroom, and then everyone was free to roam the hallways and buy stuff from one another using their money. Right, chat? But my class, we'll call my teacher Miss Frank, because I already like saying Frankish bucks or Frank dollars or whatever I use. I like that, so I'm going to use it. My teacher was named Miss Frank, alright? And she I ain't gonna lie, she had oversaturated the hell out of our currency, chat. I ain't gonna lie. There was a lot of Frankish dollars. But contrary to popular belief, right? The inflation had the actual opposite effect of what inflation actually does to currency nowadays. See, she pumped so much currency that we, at the time, chat, like I said, each dollar was viewed as equal to one another, chat. That's a key component. So when she gave us so much money, so much Frankish bucks, we were actually one of the richest classrooms ever, chat. We would literally buy stuff from other people and then resell it at a higher price. It was crazy what we would do. We were like the Amazon before Amazon. We had so much stuff in our class, and we would have so much food, and we would come up with different marketing techniques. Like, we would only put like 2 cans of soda out and say, oh, these are the last 2 cans. But when really we had like, in the back, we had like six 24-pack cans ready to go. It was crazy, chat. It was absolutely insane. We were marketing, and chat, you may think, oh, everyone was happy. There was still crime going on, chat. People often didn't want to count the money. So when I counted the money, of course, I would have to take the accountant's fee. I would take my accountant's fee, and then I would take the labor costs, and I would also have to take handling and shipping, because I would have to handle the money and then give it back to you. So when you actually all accumulated all the costs, I would actually it would be more of a 75-30 split, when it's actually supposed to be a 50-50 split. But it really doesn't matter, chat. It really doesn't matter, because at the time all of us was rich, except for one person in our class. Alright, chat. There was one person in our class that was actually like, he was like a bad kid, chat. We'll call him like Marco, cause that kid was a bad kid, chat. When I say bad, like this, like there was special punishments you would get. Like she would take your money away if you're bad. Like, oh, you have to pay like a special bad fee. Like you have to pay to have your stuff, right? Cause in order to have desks, you need money, chat. It was crazy. We'd have to pay rent just to sit at our desk, chat. If you didn't pay the rent, you'd have to sit on the floor. She would take away your desk, and you would have to sit on the floor.
With Bartleby Math Solver, our AI-powered tools provide simple...
Y'all really didn't know about that. When y'all were having fun, we were literally paying rent just to sit at our desk, chat. It was something like $25 rent, but if you were good or if you answered some questions right, she would give you money, so you can use that money to go and pay for your rent for your desk, and if you want to use a pencil, you'd have to pay for that, and paper and all that junk. It was crazy, chat. But like I said, when market day rolled around, you'd make all your money then, so it really wouldn't matter. And we were so in chat. Our teacher was so nice, but the kid was so bad. He literally had like 0 pens, 0 papers. He had no desk. It was so crazy, and no one liked the kid. No one liked him. I didn't like him. No one in the class liked him, because this kid would literally just be bad just to be bad. It was weird. But it was crazy. Like, I'm telling you, chat, like, when I say this kid was bad, you might be thinking, oh, no one gave him a chance, chat. No one gave him a chance. No, this one girl, actually, he had, like, debt, chat. When I said you'd have to pay bro, you'd literally have to pay just to be in the class. So every day he would come to class, he would just accumulate more and more debt. And then, if you were bad, she would take away money. But if you didn't have money to take, she would just give you debt. So this kid had like 100,000 franc bucks in debt. And no one, even though we were rich, we couldn't, like, I was like our life savings, chat. We couldn't spare that much money to just give away to this bad kid who's just gonna be bad again, you know? But this one girl, she was so rich, chat. She was richer than all of us because she would answer questions faster than all of us. She was just like that. She was just snapping off. She gave this kid a chance. She bailed him out. She was the originator of No Kid Left Behind, chat. She literally bailed him out of his debt, and the kid was, you know, he was grateful for it. He actually joined my group because he saw me making money. I told him no, and he went and joined the girl that bailed him out, right? Eventually, he was actually caught stealing her money, which is illegal, chat. You cannot steal money in the real world and in our elementary school. And he was caught stealing money, and then I think in the end, all of his debt reappeared. Like he was punished like severely, chat. He had no debts. He was back on the streets. It's like he won the lottery, and then he won a free ticket out of jail, but he was like, I don't know, the system broke him, chat. He couldn't survive on the outside with the rest of us. He was just, you know, it's whatever. It's here nor there. But in our system, right, because every dollar was equal to each other, chat, when we became the richest, we were literally like, we were ruling the school. Our class ruled the school, chat. You couldn't do anything now. Even in recess, the money held power. It wasn't just a class thing. Even though it originated in the class, it became everywhere. And this is where our story takes a turn. Because sorry, chat, I had to turn off some lights, but this is where our story takes a turn. Because with all this money and power, chat, it got to my head, you know? As a little kid, seeing all these people come up to me, ask me for things, knowing that I had the money, and like, Kosi, can I just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat? Can I just have a few bucks? Can you loan me a few bucks? Chat, I would literally write on paper who would give me, the money I would loan people to. I would show it to the teacher. Because, chat, there was like a whole banking system going on. So if I gave you money, like if the teacher knew that somebody gave you money specifically as a loan and you didn't pay it back, the teacher would give me my money back and then make you pay it back and give the money back to her. It was crazy, chat. But it was efficient and it worked. And there was many times, like when you had movie days, where I would come out and I would start selling things. It was just popping off. You just knew, when you had an opportunity to sell things and make money, you had to take it. You'd be a fool if you didn't. All right. And chat, those were like the best memories I had until the great cul-de-sac war would come of this. I wouldn't know what would come of this, chat. I didn't know how many friends I would lose along the way, but it was crazy. Coming to the end of summer, even though people were like, some people were giving up on the money because they knew it wouldn't be worth anything going into the next grade, I didn't. Alright, chat? I didn't want to give up on that power. And as I was riding the hype, I brought it to my neighborhood. All the kids in my neighborhood also went to the same school as I did, chat. So we all had the money. All had the power. But the Frankish bucks that I had, we all know held more power and had more value than, like, Mr. Smith's dollars. Because there weren't enough of his dollars, chat. Like, if you had them, they were cool and all, but everyone had, like, Frank bucks. Alright, chat? And that's what became the strongest currency. Even though all of our currency was the same, a Mr. Smith buck was still $1. It was like, no one wants that. You know what I'm saying? No one wants that toilet paper. No one wants a Mr. Smith buck. Everyone wants Frankish bucks because everyone has Frankish bucks. It's like the supreme of money, chat. And we got on the ground floor, chat. We were in the class where the Supreme was making the shoes. We got to touch them first, chat. And then we would distribute them to everyone else. It was crazy, chat. But I had power. Even though I wasn't the most richest, I still had power. I was one of the competitors. I was a heavy hitter. I would say if this was companies, I would be like I was like the Dylans, chat. You don't think of the Dylans as a heavy competitor, but everywhere you go you see a Dylans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was up there. I made money, chat. I made money. That's all I'm saying. You had Dylans, you had Walmart, and then you had stuff like that one girl. We'll call her Shanique. Shanique had money. She had buku bucks. If I was Dylans and my boy Sean was Walmart, she was Amazon, bro. She was leagues above us. We couldn't touch her, alright? We couldn't touch her if we tried. But I was up there, chat. I was one of the big three, alright? I was one of the big three. Everyone knew me as one of the richest people there. But I didn't want to give up my riches like the rest of the people did. Like the rest of the two of the big three did. They gave up their riches. She donated her riches to like people that were poor. I didn't want to do that, chat. I want to keep my generation strong, alright, chat? When people were switching over and giving their money away, I was retaining my power. Alright, chat? It was my God-given right to have that money. So I brought it to my neighborhood. Because I knew if I could keep this going in my neighborhood, I would keep my power for generations. My kids would come up to me and be like, Papa, can you tell us the story of how we acquired our riches, our fortune, our great fortune? And I'll sit by the fireplace as I do now, chat, to you right now, and tell them this wonderful story. If it was wonderful. But this story came at a cost and took a dark toll. When I brought this to my neighborhood, all my friends, all my close friends, they were on it, chat. They were on it. We were selling toys for fake money. Alright, chat? We'd sell some of our toys for fake money. We'd do like little tours around our backyard. Because in my backyard I had a little garden. So I'll give people tours, like the neighborhood kids tours around my backyard for the fake money, chat. We would sell like little Capri Suns and Oreos at the end of the tour for like the fake money. So my money became our money became let's keep it real. My money became the strongest, chat. So my money would become the strongest and I would retain my riches. But then something happened. Alright? A coup came to destroy our prosperous society just in its infancy, chat. As we were getting it started, as people started to do things, a girl came up. We'll call her Parker, alright? This girl came up. Parker said to me, my friends, Logan and Sean from before. Me, Logan, and Sean looked at Parker. She came with her friends, Jesse and Jane, alright? Parker came with Jesse, Jane, me, Logan, and Sean, facing off, alright? The neighborhood in awe. Because in our neighborhood, us six, we were like the main character. We were like the leaders in our neighborhood. So they came up to us and we were talking about the currency. Because they wanted to start their own. Chat. And me, Logan, and Sean knew this could not be. Alright, chat? Because that would destroy our currency, making it a competitor. So we told them if they tried to make their own, we would not recognize it and we would not use it as actual currency. So they went back and we went about our business. Kids came around as we started to accumulate our money. Alright, chat? We started accumulating our money. Kids would start trading with one another. It was cool. It was fine. It was peace in our earthly kingdom. Alright? In our neighborhood. In our cul-de-sac. Alright? On our little slice of heaven. Then Parker came to Sean and Sean came to me. I couldn't believe the message he brought to my ears. Alright? As I was stroking my chin, looking on at awe among what I've built in my neighborhood, Sean came to me with the most devastating news. Parker and the rest of the neighborhood and her side of the neighborhood. In chat, when I said her side, she owned a sizable chunk, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Because the kids that followed Parker, they're mostly girls, chat. Maybe like one or like 3 boys, but it was mostly girls. On her side of the cul-de-sac, decided that it would be illogical to use anybody's money except for real life money. So she wanted to institute the USD, already established dollar bill, into our society. And the rest of the neighborhood kids on her side had agreed to this. Our side has we didn't hear about it. Sean told me, but she promised she didn't tell anybody else except for the kids on her side that they were not going to be using the fake currency anymore. They're going to be using dollar bills because we didn't accept her fake currency. All right. So now they were using actual money, real life money. And this completely destroyed our economy, chat. We saw a Great Depression like no other. I saw children on the streets begging for money, chat. And my heart sank to my stomach. And I shed a tear for what had come to my great society was now destroyed because of a thief, chat. She was a thief because she stole our prosperity. She was jealous of it, and she stole it and replaced it with, oh, it's dumb trading real life things for fake money. We should trade real life things for real money. I'm like, huh? Chat, we're still in elementary, alright? We don't have money. We have hopes and dreams and creativity. We're supposed to use this as our real life money. But she wanted to destroy it. So I came to my side of the neighborhood. As many kids saw this as a logical move and said, yes, she is right, even on my side, chat. The loyalty in our money was weakening. And many kids went over to her side begging for money, begging for real life money. Could you believe this, chat? So I sat with my council. I sat with Sean Logan. And I talked amongst us. And we came to the conclusion that the only way we would ever be able to regain our strength and prosperity was if we revolted, chat. We would need to invade the other side of the cul-de-sac, chat. Cross the border and remove the threat once and for all in order to restore peace and prosperity we had in the olden times, chat. We had in our great empire. So, moving off, chat. Moving off. We grabbed and we recruited some men, some strong men and women of our school. We loaded more Nerf guns than you could ever see, chat. We had an arsenal. We were already prepared. Come on, chat. We were elementary boys. Of course we had Nerf guns. We equipped those who did not have Nerf guns, and those who did not have enough Nerf guns, because of course we ran out, chat. Those who didn't get the Nerf guns went to McDonald's, because McDonald's used to give out Nerf guns, chat, in their Happy Meals and stuff, and got a Happy Meal and got a Nerf gun. We came locked and loaded. Some kids even went to Walmart for this, chat, grabbed a Nerf gun rifle, and became locked and loaded. But as we were going to launch our invasion into the western side of our cul-de-sac, because we were on the east. It was east versus the west. This was the real Cold War, chat. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This was the real Cold War. It was about to get hot real quick. Because the western side of the cul-de-sac, the larger side of the cul-de-sac, heard about this. And before we knew it, as we were about to begin our invasion and tell them to cease and desist on all merchandise and all trade in the West, and to reinstate the Frankish dollar, the Frankish dinar, as the true and only currency to be used in any type of selling or buying of goods and services, the first shot was fired. And no other than the council member Sean was hit by one of Parker's lackeys. Alright? And this had me break down. I had to drag Sean by my own two hands, chat, back to our side of the neighborhood. We had... And this was unexpected. Not a word was said before a shot was fired, and Sean was the first to be hit. I looked at him in his eyes. He told me not to let his death be in vain, chat. A tear ran down my face. I couldn't forget it. He told me that he had a little sister, and he told me to tell her that he loves her. And don't let his death be in vain. Don't let everything we were building up to be for naught. I pinned him down. I let one of our medics tend to him. Alright, chat? Not enough band-aids we had could fix that wound. He passed shortly after. And that would start our Great War, the Great Cul-de-sac War of 2010, chat. We would set up tents and barricades along the street. Cars couldn't even get into the cul-de-sac anymore. And we would shoot at each other. This did not last for a day or a week. Chat, this lasts for 3 weeks, chat. Constant fire. Back and forth, the rattling of Nerf machine guns could be heard all throughout the neighborhood. It was crazy and destructive. Kids would hide in trees, hide behind corners, betrayal, deceit. People from both sides switching over, trying to get the upper hand on one another. Double agents, triple agents, quadruple agents, chat. Chat. And when there was blood in the streets, as the old saying goes, when there's blood in the streets, there's money to be made. Some kids even profit. Some sick children even profit from this awful time, chat. Some kids would start selling Nerf bullets and Nerf guns for extremely high prices. But we had no choice, chat. We had no choice. I can remember the great battle that would decide the fate of which currency would prevail. It was the great battle for the black box. We had gotten news, chat. On the 3rd week of this invasion, most of our men were tired and worn. Many of them injured from previous battles. Some scraped their knees on concrete, some on grass, some flat out had jammed fingers because they ran into trees or they fell over on accident, chat. It was terrible. But we had gotten news that on the other side there was a black box in the heart of enemy territory. Me and Logan, with the memory of Sean still breathing as roaring as this fire is breathing before us right now, chat. The memory of him still going. We set off with a group of 10 other kids in the heart of enemy territory. The enemy had about 20 kids stationed there, chat. But we did not come to play. We brought our best equipment and best weaponry. Machine guns. We had two Nerf machine guns. Two Nerf assault rifles. What was it? We had like 10 kids. We had like 5 others with just regular rifles, and everyone else had a pistol. Alright, chat? We were coming in there like black ops, chat. We were ready to take down the threat to not only our society, but possibly the United States and the world as a whole. In this black box, we did not know what could be in it, but what we've heard was weapons of mass destruction, chat. See, this is where what was his name? George Bush got that from. This is what he was actually talking about. The weapons of mass destruction was in our neighborhood, and we were planning to take it from these economic terrorists, chat. We launched in the afternoon while an army of 20 girls and some boys were ready. Now, she had a play set, like a little, you know how those playgrounds and had the slide and the tube and had a little watchtower. Yeah, that's what she had. She had a watchtower, chat. She had a little watchtower. And from that watchtower, she had one machine gun, one girl stationed on the machine gun. I can never forget this. 2 girls outside from the gate. And she had the rest of the girls just walking around. Some were armed and some were unarmed, chat. And all this was in her backyard. And then she had the little black box inside the watchtower, chat. It was heavily guarded. It was like guarded by like 5 girls, and they were circled around the watchtower. And people were going just in, walking and talking and doing business, because during that time there was a little truce going on and negotiations were being settled. Alright? We had sent one of our chief diplomats to discuss negotiations with Parker. So Parker was busy discussing negotiations, having milk and cookies. But her tea time would be cut short, chat, as we would break in to her backyard and unload an unholy amount of Nerf bullets, chat. And when I'm telling you, we took like 2 casualties during that whole run. The 2 casualties came from when we were entering the grounds. 2 shots were fired, a couple shots hit 2 of our men. We had to pull them back. We had a medic with us, so he stayed with those 2 men, trying to keep them stable, as the rest of the 7 of us went in and we went guns blazing. Alright, we said for Sean as we shot down. First we shot down the machine gunner, and then we unloaded our machine guns on top of them, hitting everyone, even Parker. We hit Parker. We told our diplomat to get down. We were shooting everyone. I even think somebody hit our diplomat, chat. I think somebody shot and killed our diplomat. But it was a necessary casualty to get the black box. But Parker, like the sneaky snake she is, was able to get away, and we could not find her. We were looking, I'm telling you, chat, we were looking all through the neighborhood trying to find where she went, because she was right there in front of us. And the only reason we like took our eyes off of her, because one of the girls, with her last draw of breath, started shooting the machine gun back from the watchtower and started shooting it at us, and we had to scatter and run away and flee. And then when we came back, after one of our snipers with the rifle took her down, finally, we saw Parker was gone. And our chief diplomat was also shot, but who cares? Alright? He was shot and killed in action. You know, we brought his body back to his family. It was, you know, we had a little funeral for everybody. But we were this close, chat. We were so close to getting the black box, but the black box was gone. We came back. We were disappointed. Then, as soon as a sigh of disappointment and defeat came over us, we had gotten news that Parker was spotted in a pink tent behind one of her dad's trucks. Alright? She had like, Parker's dad had like a couple trucks, but Parker was spotted with I think Jane? It was either Jane or Janice. And those two were in the pink tent with the black box. So me and Logan were launched the final mission of the Great Cul-de-sac War. It was Operation Black Box, chat. You know? We didn't come up with super creative names, but it was called Operation Black Box. The first operation was called Operation Hawkeye because of the Watchtower person, and we thought that the Watchtower person would surely get all of us, but she was not paying attention and she got shot. Alright? This operation was called Operation Black Box. In this operation, we'd go in simply, as if we were discussing peace. We'd whip out our guns and then tell her to give us the black box. That was the whole plan. So we went over there with our hands up and we said, Parker, we would like to discuss peace. We would like to discuss peace between our two sides of the neighborhood. She came out. We saw the black box behind her as she left the tent. Janice was still in the tent. And Parker said, okay, we could talk. We could talk inside the tent. Now, Logan, he was looking, and we had a signal. Because we wanted to make sure she didn't have any weapons on her. Because if we pulled our weapons and she pulled her weapons, it was going to be a shootout, and we didn't want that. We wanted it to be a simple hostage situation. He looked at me. He blinked twice. 2 blinks means she has no weapon. 1 blink means she does. Man looked at me, and we did discreetly too. He looked at me, and he was like, okay. Blinked twice. I instantly knew. I whipped out my gun. Whipped out my Nerf pistol, chat. He whipped out his. And we told her to get inside the tent. She put her hands up. She got inside the tent. She said, I thought you came here to discuss peace. That's what she told me. I said, yeah. So how about we discuss some peace so you don't end up in pieces? That's what, you know what I'm saying? We were slick. We were slick, chat. We were slick. We came up with cool ass one-liners. We told her to open the black box and told her and show us what's inside. Inside the black box, there was a piece of paper. It had written out plans on basically how she was running her system of government over on the western side. It was also plans on how much ammo they had. It was basically what was it? What would that be called, chat? It was an inventory, chat. It was like a worksheet inventory of basically everything that was going on in their side. We looked at it. We sighed. We thought it would be something bigger or grander, but it wasn't. But we still took it anyway. We took it as a sign of victory. We brought Parker over to the eastern side. And at this point, there was so much bloodshed, so many people that have lost their lives during the Great Cul-de-sac War of 2010. That people, they even care about the money. Both currencies at this point have been so saturated to the point where there was only like one kid who actually had money, the real life money. He made like $20 off this, and then a kid who had Frankish money, who had like $1,000 in Frankish money. But so little kids didn't have any money, and nobody wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to use it anymore. They became obsolete. Both currencies became obsolete. And, you know, no one ever talked about it. But I came back here on this stream to talk about the Great War of 2010 in our cul-de-sac. Because I did not want this war to be forgotten, chat. And you already heard that bubbling on my thing, so I'm about to end the stream. I hope y'all learned some history, some U.S. history today. Alright? And don't forget the veterans of our time, chat. Of the Great 2010 Nerf War. Because we'll never forget. So